Removing the transfer case actuator. So this is the transfer case actuator. It has only 4 bolts. This is the hardest one to get out because you can't really see. And it has 2 connectors. What I did is I undo the big connector because it's easier, and I didn't undo this one. I undo all 4 bolts, and then once it was loose, completely loose, I brought this closer to me and I undo this one, because this way is easier. You can actually see better and you can undo this last. And the bolts are you need inward torques to take these out. I didn't have an inward torque, so what I did, I use a regular 8mm socket. That works as well. It goes in perfectly, like nicely in. That works. If you have inward torques, is better. If you don't, you can use a 8mm socket. So right now we have to open these 4 bolts. 1, 2, and then 3, 4. They're at T25 torques. Okay, once you undo those 4 screws from here, what you want to do is hold it from here, this end, the connector part in here, and pull on it so the brushes, stuff like that, stays here inside the motor. Gently pull this tab. There you go. This is my worm gear. Those are the grease right there. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put this on the side and we're gonna work on this. Turn this around. So there's a C-clamp right here, this shiny metal piece. That's a C-clamp. That's one. You have to remove that. Once you remove this, under there there's a washer. Pop out the washer. The washer should come out, and then around this case, this area, if it would be good idea to lubricate it, let it sit for few minutes, and then pry this case out. So there you go. What we do, we put the case on the side, remove the gear. This is damaged. I'm not sure if you guys can see or no, but it's damaged. So this gear is no good. We're changing. So now what you gotta do is just pull on the white piece, plastic piece, comes out, and then this is your old gear. So what you do is match it with the new one, and then if it's right, everything, and just put it in. So on here, on the housing, what you want to do is clean all this old grease, and over here clean this too, and clean the shaft on here as a worm gear shaft as well, and then apply a little bit of grease on here, clean grease, and some grease on this side, the new grease, because that's where the worm gear shaft will go, and then apply some clean grease on this as well. So we're gonna clean all this and then put this in back together. Okay, I put the gear in. So what I do is right now put the worm gear shaft solid here. Boom. Okay, once this goes in, and then what you do is you gotta put the 4 screws here, and then put the 4 screws here. Okay, now what you gotta do, just get a new washer and put the washer in right here, goes in first, and then the C-clamp, get your C-clamp and put it in. And what you want to do, get the needle nose and push it in so it gets tight. And then once you do that, this case goes on here, and what you want to do, just hammer it in like slowly with a puncher on here, so it goes in and like stays there tight with a puncher. Like tap it gently on the around it equally, so it goes in and stays there. And then the whole unit will be ready, and then you can install it